Can you say a little bit more about this transformation or this bolstering from being so soft that you could actually find some of your power in the
Mm,
training and in the
mm,
process? And then I want to come back to what you just said about the darkness and all of
yeah.
that.
Well, I mean, primarily the the work of a police officer is to wield power, right?
Right.
It's given to us from our society, and we're
Hmm.
tasked with utilizing that power in a beneficial way, in a way that helps the society. So that's that's something that you have to learn how to do. And some guys are natural at it. They come into that field because they are comfortable with power and they like to exercise it. For me, it wasn't like that at all. It was sort of a revelation. It was something that I had to learn step by step. But I did. I'm a good learner. I'm smart, quick study, and I just found it so amazing, so astounding to step into really unknown experiences and just utilize this power. It wasn't my power. It wasn't my personal power, right? So that was something that I had to discover also, that it was power that was granted to me on a provisional basis.
Right.
But I had to wield it. Like, you
Yeah.
can't refuse to wield it. You
No.
you have to do it.
Hmm.
So yeah, that was an exercise in learning how to do that, how to do it effectively, how to do it um, in the fairest way that you're capable of doing, and
Hmm.
then accepting the outcome of that, because it's not predictable, right? You don't know what the outcome of any of those acts is going to be. And sometimes it's what you intended, and sometimes it goes terribly wrong. And you have to hold that.
Hmm. Right. Well, it's such an unknown realm. It's like a spiritual
Mm,
journey in that way. It's like you don't know
very
what's
much
coming at
so.
you and you don't know the outcome. And I wonder, this whole notion of power. I think I posted about this at one point and you responded. I was talking
Mm,
about the distinction between power over and power with.
right.
And, power over being more of the domination power, the kind of control. I'm gonna have you do what I want you to do. It's my agenda or no agenda.
Right.
And the power with is more of a collaborative, seeking to kind of attune to the whole. So I wonder, what kind of schooling did you get in terms of coming from softer into harder power? What taste of both of those worlds did you get as a cop?
Well, I think, in the police academy, they have a really powerful methodology
Hmm.
for bringing you from whatever raw materials you bring into the academy into someone who is capable of wielding power, who has some experience with it. It's now, granted, it's a kind of false experience. It's in a controlled environment, but you know the stakes are high within that realm. If you don't do well, you get bounced out. And in my academy class, I think we graduated around 50 to 60% of our class. So a lot of people got washed out.
Yeah.
So within that realm, it was very challenging and super stressful. And you had to learn how to do it, or you wouldn't be there very long. So that's the first step. And then when you graduate and come out into police work proper, going into field training, you're working with a seasoned officer, and they go with you and introduce you to these calls one at a time and give you gradually more and more leash,
Mm.
more freedom to explore that, and let you make mistakes and let you figure things out on your own. And then they're there to clean up your little mess.
Right. Part of the
Yeah, so I
territory.
think it's a pretty good methodology. And
Okay.
um, some people who aren't suited make it out into FTO, into field training, and then they wash out there in a week,
Okay.
a month, or a couple of months, or even at the end of their training. Um, that also has a high loss rate. That
Okay. So there's kind of two
out of
filter
the,
systems.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So I think by the time most guys and women are out on the street, they're certainly a far cry from what they started as, and they're pretty good at wielding that power. But
Okay.
then you launch into your real career,
Hmm.
and you find yourself, yeah, exploring that as a path, I think.
Absolutely. Or not, and checking out
Or
of
not.
intention.
Yeah.